Good day, folks. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to Woodcraft. My name is Joe. Thank you very much for being here today. Today I would like to talk to you about a budget flashlight. Now, a little bit of backstory behind it, or a little bit of clarification. Typically on my channel, I really don't like to do product comparisons. You know, compare X brand flashlight to a Y brand flashlight. Just because a lot of our perceptions on gear is based on personal preference and personal observation and personal experience, I don't feel like that's exactly fair to those manufacturers when, you know, I could like something a lot better, whereas, you know, somebody else could like something else a lot better, and see or have two totally separate opinions on a piece of gear. I'm going to break from that today because I actually think this comparison is a good thing. This is a Jetbeam JET1 MK flashlight. Now, what I want to compare it to is the Archer A1 3V. It has taken the market by relative storm in the past several months as, you know, one of the best in the single AA flashlight genre. Well, this one can almost be a direct comparison to it. What do I mean by that? It's actually a good thing. This flashlight offers just about the same performance in different features. It has different control functions. It works totally differently. It has a couple different options. It is a bit more simple to operate, in my opinion. Just to clarify, in my opinion, your opinion may differ, but I think it's cool in that other companies are coming out with the same level of performance in different packages, providing more options for people who want to fine-tune what they see. So there's not just one great option out there, there's several. It's really cool to see that. I'm going to tell you right off the bat the specs that the manufacturer provides, and I have looked and looked. I may have missed it. It's highly possible. I may have missed it, but the specs that the manufacturer provides and a couple other sites I looked at doesn't give a whole lot of info. You're going to see about max lumens on this about 480 to 500 depending on what site you listen to. So max lumens is 480 to 500 lumens with a 14500 battery. It's the same size and footprint as a AA, it just packs a little bit more of a punch. Like I said, it does offer about the same performance as the Archer. There's a few differences in numbers, I'm sure, but perceptually to me, it seems to be about the same. One thing that really stands out about this, there's actually three things that really stand out about this. Control is simple. It is just a twist head or twist knob that turns it on and off. So there's no dual buttons, there's no thumb clicky, there's no button up here. It just works. You twist it on with your fingers. The threading on it is incredibly smooth. It's easy to operate with one hand. Another thing I'd like to point out is this pocket clip. It is plenty strong to keep it in place in your pocket, but if you can see right there, it doesn't come all the way to the flashlight. So there is a bit of space in between, but with a lot of spring tension, it slides into your pocket very easily. It stays very secure, but at the same point in time, pulling it in and taking it out is not going to give that friction to your pants pocket to, you know, do the clip bite, like people say, where your pocket gets kind of raggedy. Another cool thing, and this may just be because, you know, I'm a pseudo YouTuber here, the tail does have 1/4 inch threads, so you can mount this to various camera mounts and use it as a part of your filming setup, which is really cool in my opinion. A couple more things I'd like to point out before we get to the nitty-gritty and I show this off to you at night. It does have knurling on the head, so it does help the action of it if you're using it or activating with one hand. That is helpful. It is aluminum, so it's nice and light. It doesn't weigh you down at all. It will take both a AA and a 14500 battery, so your options are pretty diverse there. If you like to recharge your batteries, it'll work great with that 14500. It will be more powerful with that 14500 considerably, but also if you like to stick with the traditional batteries, stuff that is readily available in a gas station, grocery stores, etc., easy to get type batteries, it will work with a AA very well at about half the power of what you get from a 14500. While we're talking about batteries, I have noticed, I've done a comparison. If you take a AA and a 14500, kind of compare battery lifetimes with it, that 14500 is not going to have near the battery life that the AA will. So it's kind of a give and take. If you want to use a lower lumen and have your battery last about twice as long, then you're good to go there. But also if you want to have more lumens, but be aware you're not going to have quite the battery life with it. The only lumens given are on the high, and it is up to 480. Another site reads up to 500 lumens. It's the naked eye is not going to be able to distinguish that 20 lumens difference. Anyway, I'm going to guess on a 14500 on low you're going to see about 40 to 50 lumens. Again, that's just a guess. On medium you're probably bumping around 150, and on high I fully estimate you'll see about 450 to 500 lumens. On a AA it's kind of harder for me to distinguish, but I'm going to say on low medium on a AA you're getting around 10 to 20 lumens. Bump it up to medium, you're probably seeing in the neighborhood of 60 to 80, and on full high, you're getting about 170 or 180, somewhere in that area. Like I said, they don't give you the specifics on the lumens that I can find. I apologize. If I run across that information, I will put that in the description box below. This is the low mode. This is with a AA. What I'm going to try to do here, if I can get technology to agree with me, on the left side of your screen, I'm going to do this with a AA, and on the right side of your screen, I'm going to do this with a 14500. So you can kind of compare the light difference between the two in pseudo real time anyway. So we're going to start out with this. This is low. And remember, the AA is on the left and the 14500 battery is on the right. Medium. And high. Well folks, and that is that on this Jetbeam JET1 MK flashlight. It's a pretty cool little light. I wanted to compare it to the Archer because it performs, or has performance very similar to that light, which is a good thing. It's nice to have different options. Basically, the only difference, in my opinion, that you're going to see between these two lights is how you can control it and how it activates. So if you prefer the twist knob activation over a button, then here you go. This is a valid option for you. Right now, GearBest has a smoking deal going on. Link will be in the description on this light right here. It's about 12 bucks. This is an excellent option as far as a flashlight goes. I've been using it every day for almost a month. It has worked flawlessly. I have no complaints with it whatsoever. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for being here today. I do appreciate your time very much. As usual, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. If you're interested in content such as this, there's a subscribe button right down here. I invite you to make use of that. And as always, hit up that comment section. Let's talk about this light, any other lights you want to talk about, or just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Anyway, thanks again for being here today, and I will see you next time. You guys have a great day.